What the
economy.
The death toll. Celebrities not unconscious. Saying more traditional.
Rugby. New Zealand.
I was at my local farmers market on Sunday, which, by the way, was remarkable in that there wasn't a single farmer at this so-called farmers market. Unless, of course, the people selling organic fair trade coconut-scented eco-candles made of Himalayan beeswax were, I don't know, candle farmers? But I doubt it. Anyway, something caught my eye at the homeopathy stand, and it wasn't the $65 bottles of Rescue Remedy. It was a flyer containing information about vaccines, or should I say misinformation. That's right, it was the old anti-vax brigade, the anti-vaxxers. They seem to be mostly young mothers, or what I would call MILF, mothers I'd like to fine for their stupidity. As you know, the only anti I normally have time for is antipasto, which I apply to focaccia bread with my Pinot Noir from my own vineyard. But not these people. They won't let a respectable doctor immunise their child, but I tell you what, they'll let anyone with a man bun and a yoga mat tell them how to cure cancer with St John's wort and the downward dog. Go ahead, caller. Alistair, is it?
Yes, Alistair. Now listen, well, it's all snake oil, isn't it, except for the cod liver oil and the Royleys ointment. And come to think of it, I saved a nipper's life with some tiger balm once. But you know, Ken, it's this anti-vaxxing thing, Ken, it's not just the filth mothers who...
MILF. It's MILF mothers. With an M.
Yeah, MILF. My brother-in-law's a farmer, and, well, he's very much an anti-vaxxer. He's a long way from being a MILF, believe you me. His arms and back are hairy as an ape.
So you're telling me he won't vaccinate his kids?
No, they couldn't have kids. He reckons his wife is barren, but his doctor told me on the quiet it's his sperm counting. But no, he won't vaccinate his cows, Ken. It's his beasts.
That's a new one.
No. He reckons that the Ivomec, or is it the other one? He reckons it's giving the cows autism. It makes their milk taste funny. He used to think it was the chemtrails, but he got one of those applications on his phone, and, well, it turns out he's blimmin' miles away from the flight path. Anyway, it's all turned out rather well. The organic wallies have been lapping the stuff up. He just doubled the price of the milk and sells it to some raw food clowns up in Auckland. I reckon they'd eat the droppings of a possum if you told them it was a superfood. That reminds me of the time I accidentally served up jelly meat instead of tinned salmon when the priest came round to give grandmum the last rites. The funny thing is, the housekeeper told me the other day he's got a taste for it now. Practically all he eats. Are you there?
Fascinating as always, Alistair. I'd really love to hear more, but the news is upon us.
You've actually got 10 minutes left, Ken.
Yes, OK, and some very interesting news it will be too, but first, let's take a little break.
Introducing the Psychic Tui.
Yeah, at first I couldn't really understand what he was saying, but then I realised he was telling us to forget about trying to buy a house in Auckland, and so we're really loving Dargaville. No, really, it's fine.
You can even call Tui to help you with your financial situation.
Yes, Bob Jones here. Is that absurd fortune teller bird? How much am I paying for this? Well, that's ridiculous. Not that I care. I can afford it. I've got a plane, you know. Gareth Morgan, he doesn't have a plane, does he? No, he bloody well doesn't. And I'll tell you why. It worried more about the cats next door and Maoris and, oh, God, for God's sake. Oh, God, I just told you that. You're just parroting back to me, Tui. You remind me of a minor bird that I once got elected to the Lower Hutt Council. Useless thing, has bloody ring its neck. Now, you may know that they don't let women drive in Saudi Arabia. Good thing too. But I'm getting off topic. Tell me, will Gareth Morgan become more popular than me? That's a stupid question. Of course he won't. I made my own money. He was given it by his son. What a disgrace. Why am I paying for this? I'm answering my own questions. I've got a good mind to sue you for false pretences. Oh, heavens, of course you can come for a ride in my plane. I take Gary McCormick up to Auckland every fortnight. He's been barred for standing up for his rights. Bloody Gestapo at Air New Zealand, honestly. They should be wearing jack boots, the lot of them. Mind you, McCormick's a bloody handful, always helping himself to the bar. Actually, I think I might sue the bugger. Yeah, good idea. Thank you, Tui. Money well spent. Now, back to women drivers.
Go ahead,